All right. Adding and subtracting decimals. Okay. When you add or subtract decimal numbers, you must always align the decimals in each number vertically. Okay, so for example, if I had 15.8 plus 7.6, okay, to line those up vertically, you would simply just take 15.8 plus 7.6. But you will see that the two decimals are lined up. Okay, and then you're going to bring those down into your answer. So your decimal is going to go right there. So wherever it lines up, then that's where we put the decimal in the answer. So secondly, then I guess this would be first. Secondly, the decimal will be brought down into your answer where it is aligned. And let's go ahead and change that to 3. I'm going to make 2 up here. 2 is make sure that each number has the same amount of digits behind the decimal. Okay, I'll show you an example of that one here in a second. This one, obviously, if we look behind the decimal, they both have 1 digit, so I don't have to do anything as far as that step goes. Okay, so when you're adding and subtracting decimals, you've got to line up the decimals in each number. Now, if we just look at this problem just in pure basic sense, what's 15 plus 7? 22. Okay, so we really need to get an answer here that's somewhat close to 22. Now, 15.8 is close to 16. Okay, 7.6 is close to 8. So 16 plus 8 would be what? 24. So our answer needs to be somewhere between 22 and 24. Okay, that's a high and a low estimate for this problem. Okay, that's where rounding sort of comes into it, and that's why they obviously cover rounding in Section 1. But that ought to be sort of common sense to you, what we just talked about. Now, when you add it up, you just add it up. Same thing you've always added. Okay, 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry my 1. Excuse me. 5 plus 7 is 12. Plus 1 would be 13. Carry my other 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 23.4. Okay, obviously fairly simplistic. Okay, not real hard. All right, let's look at this one. 53.24 plus, let me write it like they do. In the book, they list them horizontally, so let's write it horizontally. All right, so there it is horizontally. Now we've got to line them vertically. 53.24 plus 14.023. Now, here's where step 2 comes into play. Do they both have the same amount of digits behind the decimal? No. Okay. Top one has 2, bottom one has 3. So I'm going to add 1 to this. I'm going to add 0 to 53.24. Okay, once I've done that, and realistically it's not as important in addition as it is in subtraction. Okay, it really, all it does is hold a place value basically for the addition. And so we go here, we've got 3, we've got 6, we've got 2, bring down your decimal, I got 7, and I have 6. 67.263. Okay. All right, let's look at this one here. 168.42 minus 5.608. So we write it vertically. Obviously, the first number always goes on top, second number always goes on bottom. Now, I've got to add a 0 here, and it does make a difference here. Okay? Can I take 0 minus 8? No. So I have to borrow. Make that a 1, make that a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. 4 minus 6 I can't do, so I have to borrow. Make it 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. 7 minus 5 is 2. Then I just put 6 and 1. So 162.812. All right, I'm going to throw a wrench in here, and I want you to do number 21 on your own. Do number 21. I'm in section 2 of chapter 2. Do number 21 on your own. All right, who has an answer for me? Celine. Yes, 884.3. Now, problem 21 says 900 minus 15.7. Okay? So that's 900. The decimal in 900 is right there at the end. Okay, this is where a lot of people will make their mistakes. They'll end up doing this, like that right there. Okay, obviously that is not correct. Should be this right here. And we're subtracting. Okay, well, you can't take 0 minus 7, so you got to borrow from that, make it a 9, borrow from that, make it a 9, borrow from that, make it an 8. Make that a 10. 10 minus 7 is 3. Bring down my decimal. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 1 is 8. 8. So once again, 884.3. All right, do number 25. Do 25 on your own. Better yet, let's do 27. 27 on your own. Raise your hand when you have an answer. Joshua Bircher. Yes, 14.02. It says y minus z. And the directions tell you to evaluate the expression when y is equal to 26.3 and z is equal to 12.28. So that's 26.3 minus 12.28, which is 26.3 minus 12.28. Have to add a 0. Borrow from that, make it a 2, make that a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. 6 minus 2 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. 14.02. Okay? Now, here's the problems that you're going to do from that section. Like I said, we're doing problems from both sections. So here you're doing 2.2, 13 through 22, 24 through 28, so that's 14 problems, and then 37 through 39. Okay, that's from 2.2. That will be for homework, but we're not done yet.